By the late 50s, the emergence of rockabilly established a youth audience for many of country music stars. 10 years later, kids in California discovered country music again. This time, they called it country rock.
In the late 60s and early 70s in Southern California, there was a kind of a graduating class of a lot of people that became real instrumental figures in the beginning of country rock. The Byrds had just gone through a sort of a transformation, and they had done an album called The Sweetheart of the Rodeo, which was something that we all bought and went, this is it. This is a great direction for music.
Groups like the Byrds were the real, true seminal groups of country rock, because they went back to even songs like He Was a Friend of Mine, which is a really old folk song. They recycled these folk songs and used electric instruments because they wanted to be able to play in the big rock and roll concerts, but they wanted to do something Americana.
Graham Parsons and I worked in the Byrds together about 6 months, and then he left. And we had talked about doing some country stuff and pursuing that sweetheart path a little further. And we started this group, the Flying Burrito Brothers. We could not get played on country radio. We could not get played on rock radio at the time. 1969, we were too country for rock and roll FM, and we weren't country enough for the country stations.
Graham Parsons had a vision of music. I believe he called it cosmic music. He and other people on the West Coast back in the late 60s and early 70s started to try to put their own version of country music together, which was very true to the honky-tonk roots, but also had a little bit of the rock and roll flash and energy.
I think that Graham achieved something completely different and unique with his vision, the rock poetry that he brought to the real traditional roots of country music. And I really believe that Graham was the person who forged all those pieces together and gave me the sense of direction that I was lacking, when I first came to Nashville and when I was up in New York.
We came out west together with a common desire. The fever we had might have set the West Coast on fire. 2 months later, got trouble in mind. Oh, my baby moved out and left me behind. But it's alright, 'cause it's midnight and I got more bottles of wine.
I'd have to rank Emmylou Harris very high in contemporary country music because she's a watershed artist. I think it had a lot to do with her idealism as an artist. She really loved country music, and she loved it with her soul and a fierceness like a mama lion. It wasn't ambition with Emmylou, it was love. It was really grounded love.
I owe, I think, my career to Emmy because she really exposed me to not only the traditions of country music in Nashville, but to the country rock side of country music, which was the Graham Parsons and all that stuff. I feel like I went to college with Emmylou.
Yeah, I'll be in that sign all day, but I'm sleeping at a warehouse in West LA, but it's all right.
I don't know why this movement happened on the West Coast. I guess Los Angeles at that period of time was there was a lot going on, a lot of excitement, and youth is sort of they gravitate toward where the action is.
I'm telling you now, baby, and I'm going my way. Forget about you, baby, 'cause I'm leaving to stay. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good.
I didn't listen to Linda Ronstadt till after I was aware of Emmylou's stuff. I definitely, the very first time I heard her voice, I was knocked out. I thought there was such power there and such strength in her vocals.
I'm gonna say it again. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby,
When I heard Linda Ronstadt for the first time, that's when I said, this is what I want to do. And it was, it was country to me, but there was something else there that I had never heard before. And I was just blown away by that music.
Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, won't you dance?
The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band first came to Nashville, I believe it was 1970. You know, here we were, a bunch of sort of scruffy, long-haired guys from Southern California that played rock and roll, and there was a bit of suspicion, I think, that we weren't really into country music and didn't really respect the traditions, which couldn't have been further from the truth. People like Bill Monroe and Flatt and Scruggs were our idols.
In 1971, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band assembled some of country music's greatest legends to record the landmark folk country album, Will the Circle Be Unbroken?
I hear echoes of what we started out in doing in country rock, especially today in country music. It's started to get a lot more freer in terms of the beat that's allowed. The sounds are a little harder, and I think if we really looked at what country rock has to offer in this generation, we'd find if there was a focus on it, we'd bring in a much bigger demographic than we can possibly imagine.